Because if you're that person that is able to help everyone feel welcome and accepted and part of the conversation, people are going to want you in there, because you're not just going to network, you're going to build an ecosystem of trust and clarity. You know, we've all been that person that wants to get something out and they just can't. And then someone that's slightly more involved goes, hold on a minute, like, Will, I saw you wanted to add something. What are you thinking? And then you're like, oh my God, I'm in. Like, thank you. So you want to be that person that people want in that room. So suppose you've got to ask questions like, do I enter rooms trying to be seen or just trying to see? You know, do I see what's actually in front of me, or do I just see what I think I want to see? When conversations go flat, did I adjust or just perform harder?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I suppose the most influential people aren't the loudest. They're just the people that are most attuned. I wonder if people can point out someone in their life that is that person for them.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really difficult. I know my social group. I don't. No, even in my own social group, I don't know. Like, I want everyone there, you know. Different situations, maybe different people, but everybody in our social group pretty much has really good social skills. Like you, for example, Iri, definitely. Like me to a point, although I feel like I'm just faking it. But we know how to handle ourselves in certain situations. I think a lot of it comes from confidence. And then there's others in the group that maybe aren't as confident, but you still want them there. You still want their opinions on things. They're still very much a valid part of the group. There's understanding what everyone brings to the table, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to respect each other enough. And then when there's a healthy level of respect, likely navigating those sort of issues can be arguably easier as well, because there is that healthy level of respect for people. Yeah, interesting. But I think what's important when it comes to social relational intelligence is just the ability to say no as well. So why saying no to an obligation is how you say yes to meaning. So you've got to find the art of the generous no almost. So every yes costs energy. And if energy is spent on obligation, it's unavailable for intimacy, creativity, depth, personal growth even. A generous no isn't a rejection, it's clarity. So I suppose we'd move the conversation on to how saying no to the good is how you make space for the great. So we think saying no is selfish, but saying yes out of obligation is actually a lie. Let's look at mastering a generous no, the art of protecting your energy so you can actually show up for the people that matter.
Yeah.
So, suppose a question for you and anyone that's listening is, how many times have you gone to an event you didn't want to attend, only to spend the whole time checking your watch and wishing you were home?
Yeah.
Did that yes actually serve?
It's very difficult. I feel like it's easy to get wrapped up in that with like Christmas meals with your work, Christmas dues.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody has a gathering after work one day. It's like it's somebody's birthday. Do you go to that? Well, you want to show your support and you want to feel like a part of the team, but you can know deep down for you don't have the energy for that, or you have certain other goals that you're trying to achieve in your personal life that would seriously get in the way of. It's like, how do you navigate it? It's very difficult.
It is, isn't it? Especially when there's societal pressures, expectations on some of the yeses, like you say, when it comes to work. There is an expectation that you turn up for the work events. And sometimes they just don't bring, or they just drain your energy, I think is a better way to put it. They drain your energy. And you don't want to be there, and you're not the best version of yourself when you're there, and you're just there checking your watch, like, okay, 10 more minutes, yeah, that's fine. 7 more minutes, okay, I can do this. You know, like, you're not authentically in that discussion, in that environment. You got to argue, maybe wonder, people would surely want you to show up to somewhere where you want to be there, because then you're going to want to spend time and invest with the people. But sometimes there's yeses you have to say, sometimes you have to say no. But I suppose we're trying to get to the point where the no feels comfortable and authentic. There's such thing called the people pleaser hangover. and the resentment that builds when we let obligation drain our battery. Because we've probably all gone to an event in the evening knowing we've got plans in the morning, and because we've said yes, it's drained our energy for what we actually wanted to do the next day.
Yeah.
So is your inability to say no a sign of kindness, or is it a fear of being disliked?
Is your inability to say
No
no
a sign of kindness, or is it a fear of being disliked? So if you're always saying yes, is that, even at the expense of yourself, is that a sign of kindness, or is it a fear of being disliked? Or is it something different?
I think for most people it's a fear of not being included, of missing out on something. Big thing, FOMO. But it's what you've got to do is learn to come to terms with that.